well, who wants to talk about hip hop? But you hear jazz discussions, and when the jazz discussions all of a sudden just started to dissipate, and the lack of black folks were involved in that discussion, then all of a sudden jazz only became, maybe in the Kenny G world or Pat Metheny world, which is no disrespect to them, but we'd be like, what the hell? What is jazz? And after a while, nobody can't tell you, especially nobody of color can tell you what it is. So it's essential that these discussions take place, and anybody that's out there in the listening audience listening to this show, hit us up email wise, and you don't stop radio show at gmail.com, and that was set up, and and believe me, we in 2010 we're going to turn the screws on a lot of this, and it just won't just stop at the station. We're going to send it around. It's already across the web, and it's going to be everything around you, satellite interviews with such great people that are out there in the world, and somebody always has something to say. With about less than 10 minutes, because we extended this into a 40-minute segment of the Spit Your Mind.
Great segment. I'm digging it.
Well, it was the first one. We will get better. I bet you somebody on the other end of the radio just hating.
Why y'all talking so much?
Why you talking? Well, just turn on to something that just throws music at you, and because we ain't judged on how many Arbitron points, because I don't know what the hell that means anyway. But anyway, when it comes down to the hip hop nation. The topics of what promotes. Let's go back to the records thing. Records, like, other day I went into the gas station. I go into the gas station, and right at the register is, I think, this brother from another country, right? But, next to the cash register was like 25 mixed CDs. Now, personally, I can't stand people call them mixtapes. This was the last time something was taped. Only thing taped is some athlete's ankle, right? Right? So I'm looking at all these CDs, and so I remember one time that the companies were just trying to shut any kind of infringement down. Now they're like saying, well, this is the only thing that's promoted. What's your take? Everybody's take on mixed CDs, because I hate them because they done so sloppy.
I think the market is oversaturated. Anyway, everybody and their mother's got a mixed CD.
All the DJs gonna hate you.
Well, I mean, I'm not dissing them, but I think it's just everybody and their mother's got one.
And what I can't stand about radio and maybe even the mixed CDs is like, all right, I think they identify it, but I mean, I want to hear somebody break a damn song down. But if they just throwing music, nobody wants. Even if somebody's throwing money at you, it gets to a point that's kind of disrespectful. So throwing the music at you, is it a way that it can grow if it's just hurled at you? What survives out of that blizzard? I'm lost, but that's my personal opinion. Me being a moderator for this panel, maybe I shouldn't be spewing my personal opinion. Since the beginning of the show, I gave a monologue, and I'm giving an epilogue and maybe a commentary. So I'm saturated with Chuck D on the first shows here. But anyway, mixed CDs. Am I actually going off topic? Because you have somebody to say, hey, a topic to me means the death of auto-tune, and I kind of want to say, like, what the hell does that mean?
Well, keep in mind, I was at a...
Yeah, just fill up the dead air, because
I'll let you know right now, really, man. Me, Steve and I think Marty, you were there too. We went to one of Justo's, the last mixtape awards that Justo
Mixtape Awards, Justo, yes.
Yeah, right before Justo passed.
That was the year before he passed.
The year before he passed, right. And DJ Premier was supposed to give an award with Guru, and he gets on stage and he goes, you know what? None of you expletive cats are DJs. And everybody just like, what? And he goes, yeah, none of y'all DJs, none of you break records. You're playing the same records with some dude giving a feature. The same 5 cats you try to pay to get a feature. He goes, what are you doing to elevate your art form? You're not DJs. He goes, you're parasites. And right after that, K-Slate went on stage and smacked another DJ, and that was the end of the award. So, so, but unfortunately, what I tell you, Steve, about that phone, man?
That's right. He's got what tone was that?
I know.
Steve got his son's he got his son's ringtone on it. But anyway, so as you were saying, Juice.
Yeah, so the thing is, if somebody's gonna do a mixtape or whatever, and I remember Black Brand Nubian did Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down.
Right. Yeah.
That was about people bootlegging their records. So now basically the mixtape industry or mixed CD industry is nothing but a big bootleg industry or a fake album industry.
I mean, I don't have nothing against the. I don't have nothing against the fact that they're taking songs and,
first
and
of all,
promoting them for free or whatever. That's whatever. But my thing
but
is,
you're not a
it's
DJ.
sloppy.
First of all, you're playing records back to back. You're not physically
it's
DJing. So I'm
sloppy.
not seeing any skill. Basically,
And they don't even mix them either.
I can do that same thing by going on
They don't
iTunes and
mix.
downloading the songs I like.
So somebody somebody younger would come along and say, "Y'all don't know, y'all, you just not feeling what it is today." As simple as that. No, we know what sloppiness is. Like, dude, it's like come up with some kind of craft, but at the same time, has the notion of getting paid just overridden every single thing when it comes down to just the
basically.
quality.
That's what I feel.
Three of us sitting here did mixtapes together.
Yeah, we did.
Wildman Steve and myself with DJ Johnny Juice mixing them.
Yeah,
And
what
what
we
we
were playing.
did,
Mixed
we
tapes.
mixed tapes. But our intention
They was on
to
cassettes,
break
too.
underground artists.
Right.
We had discussions in between. Juice actually mixed, and then we went overseas and sold them, and they sold immediately because it was something new. It was something.
You had to carry them with them. Carry those tapes with you.
Oh yeah, packed them in my luggage.
Yeah, back
And-
in the day,
and-
they wouldn't have considered it contraband or terrorist
Right, right.
propaganda.
Yeah, carried it in my luggage and up and down the metro in Paris and in and out of the record stores. But people were receptive because it was new music, underground music, and it was made from the heart. It was to promote hip hop internationally. It wasn't about a kickback because no one made any money off. It didn't cover hotel or airfare, but it was done strictly for the love of it. And it goes back to over in Europe and other parts of the world, they have a greater appreciation for the music and
Always did.
wanted to have discussions about the people who are on the mixtapes and versus our kids here. You go to 125th Street, there will be no discussion
They
on
don't
what's
care.
on. No,
But they do
Yeah.
care. I think young people do care. I think the jocks, and I think there's always a great story next to a song because if the lyrics just took the time to try to put something together, shouldn't the person trying to interpret that try to get that across without trying to figure out, well, they're not going to respond to it anyway, so why should I do it? We got about a couple minutes left in this extended segment of Spit Your Mind and You Don't Stop Radio Show at gmail.com. Make sure you send us suggestions, ideas, or whatever. You can spit your mind on the email tip, And